I'm Danny, that witch next door, and you're listening to That Witch Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to That Witch Podcast. I'm Danny. I'm that witch next door. I'm going to be your host, your guide, your mentor, and instructor in all things magic, witchcraft, astrology, and witchy business. And today, it's time for the Taurus pep talk. It's time for the Taurus episode. It's funny that these episodes are already turning into what I call, apparently, thank you, Spirit, download, pep talks, because I really do kind of channel these ones. I really do just kind of right before the episode, I really ground down and present myself in the energy of that sun sign, just as pure form and vibration of it as I can. And we just see what comes out. So Taurus is the second sign in the Wheel of the Zodiac, traditional ruler of the second house, and is ruled by the planet Venus. Taurus is an earth sign. And if you've ever worked with me, if you've been around in the neighborhood, you've probably heard me refer to Taurus as the earthiest earth sign you ever did see. And that's because to me, Taurus represents roots and sowing seeds. And honestly, like those early forms of industrialized agriculture, the agricultural revolution in human history, in ancient human history. That's really pure, raw Taurus energy to me, is laying down roots and systems for long-term sustainability and longevity. And it's the beginning workings of true shelter and true home. Really staying in this, meaning the human experience for the long run, essentially. So Taurus brings with it, and really I find this in the first three signs of the zodiac, all three, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. These being the very first quadrant of the zodiacal wheel, they can give us some of the greatest permission to be truly self-interested. And this is an important part of our human experience and path, our earth lessons, that quite frankly have been poisoned and tainted and stomped on and somewhat lost more recently. We talk a lot about toxic divine masculine energy, and I'm going to talk to you on the flip side a little bit about toxic divine feminine energy. And one of those traits is this self-sacrificing to a point of destroying yourself. This pressure to give and give and give and absolutely not receive. And how dare you think about or ask to receive, because you would be so fucking selfish to do it, right? That like toxic compassion, that's unhealed divine feminine stuff, okay? And so Taurus, when Taurus season is here, and we're here and we're in the middle of it. This is at least airing and coming to you on Tuesday, May 3rd. So we're right smack dab in the middle of Taurus season here. And Taurus wants you to give yourself permission to take care of yourself and build for yourself. What do you want and what do you desire? What do you just straight up good old-fashioned enjoy here on earth? And how can you let yourself do that? That's what Taurus teaches us. Being ruled by Venus, being an earth element sign, this is dealing with earthly pleasures and joys and indulgences. And because Taurus is the sign of the bull, there is a lot of hard work here. There is a lot of diligence here. This is a fixed energy as well. This is honestly one of all the fixed signs, one of the most of stabilization. I mean, truly, Taurus, because it teaches us long-term sustainability of all the fixed signs. Sometimes it's the most fixed, as well as being the earthiest earth sign. Taurus is honestly, because I think it's just because it's such a raw energy. I really, really do. I think that because it's the earthiest earth sign, like I said, that's why it's so pure in its form, honestly. And so that's why it knows it's the epitome of fixed and maintenance and sustainability and longevity. Taurus puts in the long work, and really evolved high energy Taurus also rewards itself, baby. I'm serious. Like, really leans into that Venetian rulership and says, what brings me joy and comfort? I'm gonna do it. I didn't say I was gonna do it for you. I'm doing it for me. I'm building onto my home. I'm planting my seeds. That's really a lot. This is why Taurus gets the reputation of being a bit selfish sometimes. And again, I encourage you to look at some of those wounds there if you're experiencing toxic compassion like that. No, we don't want to be completely selfish all the time. No. And I would still like to let you know that we're definitely living during a time where we are very much supposed to be learning how to take care of ourselves, how to fill our cup, how to genuinely learn to sustain ourselves. Because when we sustain ourselves, we start sustaining our family starts sustaining our community, right? Like, we have this beautiful fucking ripple effect from that. And that's why self-sustainability is so fucking important. Something that I want this Taurus energy to inspire you is what the hell you want to do with your money, how you want to make it, how you want to spend it, where you want to save it. What kind of money do you want that to be? Have you been learning a little bit more about this cryptocurrency stuff and it just sounds intimidating? So, or maybe someone made you feel weird for looking into it or whatever, but you've been curious. Let yourself. It's yours. Let yourself tap into that selfness a little bit. No, don't even call it selfishness. Selfness. Connect with self and say, hey, what do I actually want to do? And how can I let myself have that? What steps can I take to build towards that? What seeds can I plant now to get there? So I want you to just kind of open your arms in the middle of this Taurus season and tap into that fucking gorgeous creativity of Venus being the ruler here of this sign, okay? And let yourself dream a little bit. Both today, what's something you could do today to indulge yourself a little bit, to promote your selfness a little bit, and just experience that today? And what are some seeds you can start planting today to get to where you want to be? What are those Taurus long-term dreams? Okay, sometimes Taurus needs to remember to pick its little nose up from the grindstone, okay? So good at building brick by brick, day by day. Sometimes it needs to sit up and stand up, roll its shoulders back and go, oh yeah, where am I working toward again? What am I going? Am I going straight? Am I going left? Am I going right? Do I need to make a loop around, right? Make sure you sit up and adjust and take a look at the long term too. What do you want out there? What are you doing now to get to what you want then? Let yourself have it, okay? So I hope that this Taurus episode really inspired you to grab onto those strengths of Taurus. Okay. That's what I want these little astro energy pep talk episodes to be. I don't want it to be about focusing on the shadow qualities of this sign. Okay. We do plenty of shadow work around here. I want it to be about what are the strengths? What can we use this time for? The sun is shining this beautiful Taurus energy down upon us. How can we use this? What can we do with this? Okay. So, I hope that you feel inspired. I hope that you have been able to let go of maybe some over self-giving habits and tendencies if you feel yourself in one of those cycles, and turn that in on yourself a little bit. Give yourself permission to treat you a little bit today. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. I love you. I'm giving you a big hug. Give yourself a big hug. I would love to connect with you. You can jump on and connect with us in that witch school. We're this big, happy family. We'll all welcome you with a big hug. You can find where to reach me and follow me in the show notes. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single last one of you for spending your time here with me on this show. Stay safe, have fun, stay magical out there. Hey, you magical human. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of That Witch podcast. If you want to support the show, the best way to do that is to share with a friend or give a shout out on your social media. You can also leave a 5-star rating and review on both Apple and Spotify. And if you can't get enough of all of our witchy magical content here in the neighborhood, you definitely want to make sure you're subscribed to my email newsletter, That Witch Gazette. It's a really fun, really convenient one-stop shop to stay up to date on all of the news and happenings here in our neighborhood. If you have any questions, suggestions, ideas for the show, or if you'd like to sponsor an episode, you can send me a message at thatwitchnextdoor.com/conjurethatwitch. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all next time.